Hey guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to be looking at the ROKA 76x5mm frame. This is a frame that is just been released. It's £150 and it's obviously going up against the competitors, the originators of this sort of frame, the Wizard frame. I've got a Wizard frame here. It's not a 5 setup, it's a 4 setup, but I can do a reasonable comparison between the two. First thing you notice is when you get it, it comes in a box. Very nice. It's not just in a plastic wrapper or something, so and it's quite reasonable cardboard as far as that goes. So it's nice to get something. It's nice to unpack things. It does come with a foam insert, and it just holds the frame, and there's no damages, or scuffs or scratches when you get the frame. It also comes on the back of the box with a nice wee slogan saying "You've chosen wisely," which, I mean, when you've just spent £150 on a pair of frames, it's always nice to be appreciated for that. The frames themselves look, apart from this line going down the side, they would be almost identical to Wizard frames. I don't have Wizard frames in a 5 setup, so I'm not sure if this middle mounting brace is there, but that, as far as I can see, is the only real difference in the shape of the frames. So yeah, basically it's a clone of the Wizard frame and the same shape, size, proportions, basically everything apart from the line down the side and however it's manufactured or the materials it's made out of. It does come in this very nice, almost anodized metal silver finish. Online it does look like it's almost a rose gold in some of the product photos on certain websites, but it does come in silver, so that was good when it turned up and it wasn't gold. All in all, I'm happy with the way it looks and how close it seems to be to the Wizard frames, and at the price point it's very good. I don't really like rocking frames too much, as the end of them kind of slopes off and down. It's just not a design aesthetic that I really like, but this looks the same as Wizard frames almost, and I like that. The only other hardware that comes with the frames are 4 bolts for the front and the back. These bolts are different lengths, so you've got a short one for the front and a big one for the back. And I will say that after using or trying to put them on with UFS bolts, just normal standard ones, the center of these black ones that come with the frames are very slightly smaller, so you don't get any wheel scuff. I noticed when I put the UFS bolt in that your wheels very slightly scuff when they're turning, but obviously after one roll that'll probably wear away, but just something to keep in mind. And as far as that's what you get in the box. You get the frame and the bolts. Now, as far as a comparison between the Wizard frame and the ROKA frame, I can see very little difference. Like visually, there's almost none. The back of it, the height seems very slightly taller than the Wizard frame, but only by a couple of mils. It could just be me, but I feel like the heel is fractionally higher up than the Wizard frames. Thickness, as far as they go for thickness, they're basically identical. If you take into account the sidewall bit, the frames are nigh on the same. They couldn't be much closer if you tried. The only difference inside the frame is the braces for the bearings are square and not round, but as far as any difference that makes, I don't think it makes any difference at all. I did do a makeshift reverberation test. So if you take something and you ping it, it makes a noise, and it's meant to be the longer it makes that noise or the higher pitch frequency, the better quality or the harder or stiffer the thing is. The Wizard frames and these frames seem to make the noise for the same amount of time, but the Wizard frames do it at a slightly higher pitch or frequency, so they're probably a little bit harder, but really not by much at all. Without skating these yet, I can't say much for sure. One of my friends has skated the Wizard PR76 frames for quite a while, so I'm going to get his thoughts on them, trying them and compare the two. It'd probably be better than me doing it myself, as I've not skated the Wizard PRs. And let you guys know our final thoughts, impressions on these frames and whether they're worth buying or if it's worth saving up the extra money and getting the Wizard frame. Personally, I don't think, unless you're really picky, you probably won't be able to tell too much difference. I still need to skate them, so we'll find out if anything crops up or becomes very obvious in the differences, but I don't think there's going to be that much. So all in all, the frame looks, feels, sounds almost identical to the Wizard frame, which is basically what you're after at the end of the day. And the price point, there's literally no one else at this price point. So if this frame is as good, or it's like 90% as good as the Wizard frame, it's half the price, it's £50 cheaper than everything else on the market that is even cheaper than the Wizard frame. Like, you can't go wrong. So fingers crossed this frame works out and is just as good as the Wizard frame for the price. So until I get back from doing that, I'll catch you guys next time. See ya.